Welcome to YellBro. I am Jordan, and today, Dan Bongino leaves a cryptic message about who the fuck knows what. But first, don't forget to share support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, then donate. Do it. Do it. Do it now. Alright. Thank you. Alright. So, this was a tweet by Dan Bongino today. And, he's got the world going crazy. Let's give it a little read here. Here we go. During my tenure here as the Deputy Director of the FBI, I have repeatedly relayed to you that things are happening that might not be immediately visible, but they are happening. Now, when I hear words like that, right, where it's like, oh, behind the closed doors, don't worry, we're doing things, right, and this whole idea of trust the plan and all that stuff, and then even, you could probably go even further here, which is mainly where I'm poking at, which is the QAnon shit, right? Where those guys have not left. The people who actually stuck around with QAnon are still, anything that happens, they turn it into a theory that Trump is saving them somehow. And it's like, I would call it an extreme form of delusion, I think. I mean, I already considered that thing like some sort of fucking cop FBI operation. And now this Dan Bongino guy is using language like that. Like, I'm just saying, man. But let's keep reading. The director and I are committed to stamping out public corruption and the political weaponization of both law enforcement and intelligence operations. It is a priority for us. Okay, it's a priority for us. Got it. But what I have learned in the course of our properly predicated and necessary investigations into these aforementioned matters has shocked me down to my core. We cannot run a republic like this. I'll never be the same after learning what I've learned. Okay. Alright. So, is this some sort of revelation you had after you said there's nothing to see here with the whole Epstein case? You said he killed himself, right? He gave us a dog shit video, which didn't show us any evidence that would support that. And then you and the administration said, there is no list, there is no clients, it's all, like, nothing here. Nothing to see here. And now that all those guys got called out, this guy's been doing some weird little PR moves, seemingly. Right? Remember that thing where he threatened to quit? But probably never really was gonna quit. But they put the message out there anyways to make you think like, man, maybe Dan Bongino's one of us. He's trying to fight for us. Yeah. I, I mean, I would hope that would be a stretch for a MAGA fan. But QAnon, there's no chance. Those guys are locked in. They are full-blown brainwashed. Straight up. Full-blown brainwashed. So they might buy this shit. Was it like a new investigation? Did you find something new out? Like, what happened? Something tells me that this is not about Epstein or anything like that. Something tells me that this cryptic message is actually about Russiagate. That's what I'm thinking. And he's using these words, making it seem like, oh my god, this is about or he's making it seem like it's about some sort of like the Epstein stuff, where it's like a giant conglomerate of fucking, powerful politicians and celebrities that, and they caught them raping kids and shit like that, right? It's almost like he's like leaning at, like throwing that out there almost. I mean, I could be wrong, but it just seems like he's doing that. And like I said, with QAnon people, it's gonna work. And also, with those same QAnon people, if these guys start doing like maneuvers with Russiagate, which looks like a nothing burger, but they're going to try to make it into something, right? If they start moving with the Russiagate stuff, the QAnon people will think that, like, oh, no. It's not even, it doesn't even have anything to do with Russiagate. This is actually about Epstein. And this is their way of arresting them anyways. Mark my words. Mark my fucking words. But let's continue here. We're going to conduct these righteous, yeah, right, and proper investigations by the book and in accordance with the law. We are going to get the answers we all deserve. As with any investigation, I cannot predict where it will land, but I can promise you an honest and dignified effort at truth. Not my truth or your truth, but the truth, which is to me that's just a lie. All right. God bless America and all that. Okay. So this is pretty cryptic, and some of these words, once again, some of these words, where's it? Shock me to the core. Right? People are gonna hear that and think Epstein, but something tells me it's Russiagate. But let's move on to someone who I'm sure my audience is aware of as being absolutely full of shit. Aligns himself basically or borderline with the QAnon stuff. Definitely a full-blown Trump dicklick. That is for sure. And obviously, he's one of these guys that will take theories, whatever it is, and turn it into pro-Trump. Which is why I'm thankful every day that David Icke hounds this fool, chases him around the internet, saying, "Yo, you're a fucking liar, bro. Yo, Alex. Hey, Alex." He's just outside his front door or whatever. "Yo, Alex." He's throwing rocks at the window and shit. Like, "Yo, Alex." Little taps on him on the fucking windows. "Alex, why you hiding, mate? Where you been, huh? What happened to you?" He's just following this fool around. It's beautiful to see. But here's Alex making it look like he's being critical when he's actually not. Check this out. "I believe from what I have observed over the years, you are a good man." Protection. "But until we start seeing arrests of high-level globalists, this nation is doomed. The Trump administration must destroy the deep state or they will destroy us. Do what must be done and do it fast." Now, some people might look at that and be like, "Damn, he's going at them. He's saying, damn, we need results, or, fuck you. Give us results or fuck you," right? But he's full-blown jumping over the fact, like, what if the Trump administration or people in it are guilty of something? That's not a part of Alex's lexicon. That's not what he talks about. He skips over that idea. Meanwhile, regular thinking people are like, damn, the way you're maneuvering with this whole Epstein stuff, Trump, you're looking kind of sus, man. You're making it seem like you are a part of something to some degree. Maybe the idea of him being friends with them for like a decade is the thing he's trying to hide, or maybe it's worse. Either way, don't worry. Your dumb fuck dicklick will protect you, and he will sell his products to his fans and brainwash them as much as he can to soften the blow if something bad happens. No, don't worry. Trump can turn this around. If Trump's on the list, it's the Democrats. It's a hoax. If he's not on the list, it's a legitimate list. That is his narrative. That is what he's selling his fans. This is like kindergarten style, like propaganda to me, where he's like kind of soft selling how good and awesome these guys are, right? But also making it look like he's being critical. Sorry for repeating, but I need that to be through the fucking skulls of some of these people. Like, actually. But anyways, let's keep it moving here. Here's a QAnon guy, and just off rep. If I see someone named MJ Truth Ultra, I'm walking away, most likely. I'm sorry, like, I'm just making fun of his name. It's so tacky and corny and kind of cringy of a name. MJ Truth Ultra. That makes me think you have no sense of like an artistic mind. And if you lack an artistic mind, you won't be able to pick up on things like propaganda. You won't be able to use things like critical thinking and being able to think from the abstract. That's how you pick things up. Like, I swear to God, you get good at like being critical and watching movies, like really examining them for narrative flaws and aesthetic flaws and all this stuff. If you learn how to do that, I think it really does translate to politics and reading through propaganda or someone's bullshit. That's why I scream that shit so often where I'm like, yo, that guy's lying. Like, yo, he's lying. No one's calling him a liar, though. Like, it's clear he's clearly full of shit. No one's calling him that. What's going on here? Or maybe you don't have to call him that. Maybe you say, hey, man, are you full of shit? Ask him a question. Hey, man, you lying to us? You sure that sounds like a lie? Like, I think you're lying. Right? At least put it out there, you know? But whatever. It is what it is. Let's keep going. Okay, so here's a QAnon guy, MJ Truth Ultra, where you can see this right here. The names President Trump dropped today, Ari Epstein, is listed in a Q post with 100 other plus names. I assume he's referring to the, what was it, around 100 names that the deputy AG, is it Todd Blanche? I think that's his name. Showed to Ghislaine Maxwell, which I think is just as far as investigations go, that's a stupid fucking thing to do. Don't feed her answers. Make her give you answers. That's the real, like, so that she can corroborate every name she says. But if you just hand her names, she can just be like, who don't I like? Okay, this one right here. Okay, and this one right here. On and so forth. At the very least, now I'll give some credit for the, QAnon guy here. I'll give credit that he points out that the names were given to her. A lot of people are turning that around, and actually, that's why I got confused in the video I did. There's people out here saying, like, oh no, she named 100 people. Like, no. They handed her a list of people and said, look through these names and tell us something about them. Or take the list with you and think about it, which would be just even worse, right? Because there's images of this stuff, her carrying some weird box or something full of, I assume, documents or something, after her meeting with the DOJ. You see Jake Shields, which is funny. Like, they're going to let her go, aren't they? Like, they're going to let her go. Fuck. Like, he's just seeing like, he probably recognizes, like, he's probably a little bit more skeptical than the original MAGA people. But yeah, I just pointed this out to point out, like, QAnon is all over the case, and obviously they're brainwashed, right? And as bad as handing Ghislaine Maxwell a list of people and saying, who do you like and who don't you like? QAnon has just dropped a list of things. Like, it's like, where's your sense of looking in, like, investigating things, QAnon people? You guys probably claim to be the internet sleuths of the fucking universe, the all-star team of internet sleuths. But you guys just writing down random fucking names like this is not going to fucking help you. Start the investigation from ground up. But apparently, we are too far past that. Because the story is just changing left, right, up, and down every other second. Alright? I believe this is the timeline, right? From 1 week to 2 weeks later, right? So the third week. Here we go.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years.
They should focus on the fact that Larry Summers from Harvard, that Bill Clinton, who you know very well, and lots of other friends, really close friends of Jeffrey Summers, should be spoken about.
He meant Larry Summers at the end there. But as you can see, he's like, this is irrelevant. Why are you talking about this? To, all right, I just looked at it, and it's a hoax by the Democrats. To, all right, now we know you've seen it since May, Trump. So now it's like, well, you better be worried out there, Bill Clinton. You should be, hey, news media, you should be focused on Clinton and Larry Summers. Focus on them, not me. I'm a good guy. They're a bad guy. It's like, wait a fucking minute. You called it a hoax, but now you have a list? Was that like I don't know, like randomly generated after you called it a hoax? Like, I don't know. I'm sure the QAnon people will say, oh, they lied to him in this panel in week 2. They lied to him, and then he found out the truth on his own because he's a great detective. And he's like, now I've seen the list because I did some investigative work, and and Billy Boy Clinton and Larry Boy Summers, they're on the list. Then you have this today. right? Where he's in Scotland. Well, this might be from last night, actually. Today or last night. I'm looking at the time, but I don't know if it's, American time. I don't know. 12:30. Maybe today? I don't know. Maybe yesterday. Doesn't matter. Either way, here's a new layer to this.
To not vote on the resolution about
I was never involved in that. I'm focused on making deals. I'm not focused on conspiracy theories that you are. I mean, I watch you people.
So the reporter asked him about like, oh, what do you think about the fucking, the vote or whatever on getting the files out, right? He's like, oh no, I don't even know about that. I'm not focused on that. That's for you. You guys can focus on the conspiracy theories. So now it's a conspiracy theory again. It's fucking weird, dude. He is just changing his story left and right. Don't worry, fuck faces are here to help you out and defend you. But people with brains can see exactly what the fuck you're doing, which is nothing. You're doing nothing. And once again, I'm not affiliated with any of these like super, pro-Democrat people that are just using this as a political football to beat up on Donald Trump. I'm not coming from that perspective. I'm just using the clips that they put down, right? And I'm coming from this as just a critical thinker that was onto the Epstein stuff probably before a lot of people, amongst other things, right? I don't just hyper focus on Epstein. There's other stories out there. And I'm like just watching the moving and shaking and dancing of some of these Trump fans to protect him while he's just being contradictory left and right from one day or 1 week to the next. And they're falling for it. And I'm like, damn, are you guys like fucking intelligence yourself or something? Like, what is this? Are you a fucking cop or some shit? Or are you that stupid? Because they're not by themselves. I can't believe that there's no way I would believe that all of them are fucking, ops or some shit. I have to assume a lot of them are just tricked by this. Like this guy could be tricked by something. It'd be hard for me to think Alex Jones is, like, after all the information and shit we've seen and all the context, it'd be hard for me to think that this guy is just untouched and he's just this stupid and this gullible. That'd be a lot. But yeah. I mean, I said this before, like icing on the cake. Like they're gonna let her go, aren't they? Just that'd be icing on the cake. And that's a story which, once again, if you had critical thinking skills, you'd be able to pick through. Like, they're not being thorough about anything. It's such a sloppy operation. All right, but it is what it is. There's your video. There's Dan Bongino playing, in my humble opinion, because I have no reason to trust him. He's bullshitted us before. And now he's being cryptic, like, yo, what topic are you talking about? Man, I've seen some disturbing stuff. About what? It's classified. No, the topic is not classified. Maybe the information, you can call that classified, but the topic itself is not classified. So why are you being so fucking cryptic? And it's probably to trick people into thinking, yeah, we're about to win. And then you take another L. No, first you yell at me for criticizing it, right, and being critical of the shit they're handing us, and then you take your L. You never come back and say, "Oh man, maybe you're right about this. Maybe you're right about this stuff." That never happens. That doesn't happen. They disappear into the internet again, into the ether, eating more L's and hoping to latch on to a different theory. Breaking news. Trump caught with puppy raping it to death. We have blatant video footage with metadata with forensics done on the video to prove that this is truly Donald Trump. This is not AI. This is not CGI. It's Donald Trump raping a puppy to death. And then you'll have Alex Jones go on his fucking channel and say, well, what did that puppy do? What the fuck did that puppy do? Think about it. That puppy must have did something evil to make Trump do that to it. That's what Alex would do. And I think he does that to push people back towards traditional politics, to get them to scream 9/11 is an inside job one day, and trust the government, go vote, pay your taxes, jobs, and look over there. There's an evil dictator. We need to take them out for freedom. That's where Alex Jones is moving people. And I think Dan Bongino, my humble opinion, is a part of that. But there's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree, disagree. Tell me what you think in the comment section about any of this stuff. Where do you think QAnon's at? Where do you think Alex Jones is at? What do you think about David Icke hounding Alex Jones? The flip-flopping of theories and how much Trump cares or not, the flip-flopping of that idea. You tell me about that. Obviously, Dan Bongino, where do you think he stands? Is he some poor sap that signed up for a job that he wasn't actually prepared to do, and now he's like just getting like mentally reamed while he's on the job? Or maybe he did see some shit that's going to expose something. But if he did, it's like, why'd it come out conveniently right when there's this whole firestorm about Epstein? I mean, that's a coinky-dink right there. So hopefully he can explain that and not be so fucking cryptic about it either. I think it's about Rushgate. But whatever. Please don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, then donate. All of it is very much appreciated. And with all that said, please give this video a thumbs down.
Say you wanna get in, and then you wanna get out. When you get the money to buy yourself a car.